Hi BookTube and happy Friday. It wouldn't be a Friday without Friday Reads, where I talk about books I'm currently reading and books I'm planning on reading. Um, I have a trip coming up on Sunday, which is basically going to be the middle of the night, Saturday night. So this is going to be a kind of abbreviated Friday Reads where I'm not going to be as ambitious as normal, where mostly I'm going to be planning on focusing on the books I'm currently reading, because when I'm traveling, I'm not gonna bring any physical books with me. I'm gonna go to my handy dandy e-reader. I have a Kindle Oasis, the ones with the buttons, like it's from I think 2019, but I love it. The buttons are handy. I wish they didn't get rid of that format. That's a whole other video. But yeah, I'm bringing that with me because I just want to travel light. I don't want the books I bring with me to get damaged, or me bring like 3 or 4 books and I don't want to read any of them. So I want to have a variety at my fingertips. So the Kindle is perfect for that. So I've been focusing on my physical books up until my trip. So I am in the middle of a couple of books, and I'm contemplating starting another book, but again, it's very ambitious because I'm not bringing any of these with me. So I need to finish them ideally before I leave, because I don't get back until Thursday. So I don't want to forget what's happening in the story. So all of that aside, let's get into what I'm reading. So I am still reading, I can't remember if I've talked about this book or not, Poinciana by Phyllis A. Whitney. A book I purchased for $1, 50 cents or $1 a month ago, and I'm like happy to be reading it right away. This is a reread for me though, because I read all of Phyllis A. Whitney's books back when I was in middle school and into high school. But I don't remember anything about the story because that was a long time ago. But this is taking place in Palm Beach, Florida. And since my work trip was in Florida, I wanted to gear up some kind of excitement. I picked a Florida book off my shelf. But this is following, and I can't remember anyone's name. I want to say her name was Myra. I could be wrong though. Sharon. I think a different book had Myra. Sharon, yes. So far in the story, and I am, let me see here. I am on chapter 6. These are pretty long chapters, page 110 out of 350 or so. So yeah, like a third way through the book. And it's about Sharon, who has just married a very wealthy man, and she's basically destitute. She's left alone and doesn't have a job or anything like that. Doesn't have a career or education. She marries a rich billionaire by the sounds of it, and where he has multiple homes throughout the world, but his home base is Palm Beach, Florida, where he grew up and where his mother had put so much time and money, because she had all this expendable income, into the house, where it's a gigantic, elaborate Gothic house, because Phyllis A. Whitney writes like the Gothic historical suspense books. And so she has this like big house, and it's reminding me of the house. I've never been there, but I want to say it's like San Jose, Santa Clara, somewhere in the Bay Area. There's this like gigantic, well-known house where there's a bunch of like mysterious doors, and it's like the house goes on and on. I can't remember the name of that house, but this is reminding me of it, because there's so many nooks and crannies where like the bookcase opens up and there's a room in there, or there's an additional closet behind a painting, or there's a doorway, or a bridge to a different part of the house. It's like so yeah, so she's getting used to the house now. She's been there a couple of days, and she's meeting all the people living there, and they're all like kind of mysterious in a way. There's a maid and a butler, and there's guests that are staying in these little cottages in the back quarters. So yeah. I'm not sure how much farther I'm gonna get in this. This is for sure. I don't think I'm gonna finish it, because I have like 250 pages to go, and I have to get to sleep early because I have to switch to the Florida time zone, which is 3 hours ahead of me. So yes, I need to work on that. So we'll see. Yeah, this is a weird weekend for me because in the typical filming of things, I wouldn't probably do a Friday reads or anything, because yeah, with work, and when it gets busy, anyway, reading it gets completely like shunt aside, and especially making book videos on this. But because of this trip, this is the whole reason why I decided to do the daily videos this month, to keep me positive and keep me focused, grounded in a way. So yes. There's that. Then I'm in the middle of a book by Diane Ho, H-H-O-H, The Invitation, and it says RSVP or Die. I am, oh, I lost my bookmark. I am on page 57 of 100 something, so this one I will finish today. It has pretty, doesn't have large font, but it's going by really quickly. It is about, what is, Sarah. Sarah and her group of friends, they are kind of like the misfits in high school, and they don't get invited to parties hardly ever, especially like rich cheerleader type people. And this girl named Cassandra, who is like the richest girl in school, has these annual parties, and they're never invited, but this year they are. And when they arrive, like, Cassandra doesn't even know their names, so they're thinking like, why were they even invited? And now each of their friends are like locked in a room by themselves. So something bad is happening. They're all, the group got split up, and now we're gonna see what's the thrilling event that's gonna happen. Who is gonna die? And then, so yeah, I'm in the middle of this one, and I'm gonna finish this one today, tomorrow morning, something like that. But this one I'm enjoying, but it's like kind of like a slow pace, like methodical kind, and it's not like heavy duty thinking involved reading this book, but it's not exactly what I need at the moment. I want light, fluffy, quick paced, something of that assortment. So I chose 2 books off my shelves to see, can I finish these today and tomorrow? I don't know. I haven't started them, but I'm gonna pick one of them. So we have Love by Degree by Debbie Macomber. This is one of those older Harlequin books that she wrote before, like, I guess became like a big name. This came out in 1987, and look at this cover, like the haircuts and everything. It's but this is about Ellen. She moves to Seattle. She's decided to go back to college in Seattle, and is like the house mother for a group of much younger college boys. And yeah, she's 5 years older than them. And then she meets the owner of the property named Reed Morgan, and things ensue. So we'll see. And the other option I'm considering is Out of Circulation, a Miss Zuka mystery by Joe Derasecki, the cat on the cover. And this is taking place in the Cascade Mountains, so somewhere near me in Oregon or Washington. The Cascade Mountains, Miss Helma Zuka is reluctant to go hiking with her friend, Ruth, and then, let's see. Yeah, they stumble upon a group of hikers, and one of them is hurt and one of them is missing. So they help the one that's hurt, and then they're looking into how are they going to survive. What is it? It says surviving the trail. So, yeah, so Ruth wants to go back to civilization, but Helma, the mystery series owner, yeah, so they want to keep searching for the missing companion. But Good Samaritans is one thing, but getting stranded in a blinding snowstorm is quite another. So yeah, either like hopefully fast-paced kind of mystery, or soft, sweet romance. What are these 2 I'm hoping to get to after I finish The Invitation. Yeah, I want something light. Well, yeah, I guess like this one isn't lighter than the Invitation book, but fast-paced, and like get my mind off all the worrying and think of all the steps I have to get to with this work conference. Okay, and then this last one is Willa Cather. I have no dust jacket. This is a Library of America edition. I think this one probably came in one of those box sets originally that you get if you're a member of Library of America. You don't get the black cover with the 3 stripes of red, white, and blue. You get like this with well, why can't I think, like a sleeve for it. So I'm thinking that's what or the dust jacket was just lost with this book. One way or the other. This is a collection I have of her short stories. Let's see, short stories, poems, and essays. And so I learned how to do a poll last week when I was talking about which short story collection that I wanted to read for National Short Story Month in May. And I'm still in the middle of the New Yorker collection that I've been reading since the beginning of April. But because it's the National Short Story Month, I wanted to double up, and because I can read 2 a day. It hasn't happened. It hasn't happened yet. I've been distracted this week. After this trip, once I get back, things will settle down, and it'll be fine. But yeah, so I've read 1 short story from this collection. Yeah, so I did, sorry, rambling on here. I did a poll for the 3 short story collections that I own, and this one won. So thank you very much for everyone who voted. And thank you, Ariane at the Book Zealots for showing me how to do a poll, because I didn't have a clue. I'm not very technically inclined. But the short story collection I'm going with is the very first one here, the Uncollected Short Stories. This is 1892 through 1929. On Goodreads, I had to go with whatever edition they had for the Uncollected Stories. They didn't include all of these, but there's some way of tracking what I have here. But then there's a bunch of like novellas and other short story collections. And then there's poetries and reviews. And I have read the poetry collection. I read that last year or the year before for, I think, National Poetry Month. Or when I was like trying to read a poetry collection each month. I can't remember. So these are the books I want to give attention to. And then, yeah, once I leave and I'm on my trip on Sunday, I will have a ton of time to read, because my travel from my house to the hotel is I think it's 14 hours. So there will be a good amount of time to read in there, but I don't know, because I know I'm just going to be exhausted. I'm working on getting my sleep schedule, like I said, to their time. But right now I'm feeling kind of ragged, to be honest. I didn't plan ahead enough to wake up. Basically, I need to wake up at 3 a.m. my time, because everything, all the events and all the meetings and everything start at 7 a.m. their time, which is 4 a.m. for me. So I need to wake up and get dressed and get going by 3 or 3:30. So I should have started working on getting my my sleep schedule to that on Monday, slowly making my way through it. But I just started last night doing that, because who wants to wake up at 3 in the morning all week long? I don't want to. I was just avoiding the inevitable, but now I'm paying for it, because I feel kind of loopy right now because I didn't sleep that much, because I'm like, I have to get on their schedule. Yeah, so we'll see what my reading is going to be like. Yeah, when I'll talk to you again tomorrow before I leave. And then I'm just going to do some sort of vlog each day. Sunday will be all travel and maybe some clips of once I get to the hotel. And then, yeah, but the Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday are all going to be work days and with conferences. So there might be some free time in there, but I'm just going to vlog whatever I can or show you what I'm doing. But yeah, we'll see. And then I'll have some footage to remember my trip. But yeah, sorry for the rambly video. Like I said, I'm a little bit out of it and a bit anxious, and just a lot on my mind, a lot to get ready for all this. But I'll talk to you soon. Thanks, BookTube.